right to auto
And it autofocuses?
Yep, it'll autofocus for you, so if whatever you're focusing, wherever you're zooming in on. It's just focusing on everything that I go to automatically. See where that just popped up on his face?
Does that one take photos? That one has extra
I
lights?
think, usually like on this one, there's a button to take a still photo. You want him to do that too.
Bill came with Barry and his wife Bev, and so they live down here in Iowa, and they were looking for jobs that Bill could do, and a coffee shop was the best fit for him. So they started a coffee shop over in North Hall, and that is called Wild Bill's. It's still over there in the School of Social Work at the university. So when bigger projects occurred, Uptown Bill's kind of branched out of Wild Bill's, and we're the cousin down the street here. We are on live television tonight, so if you want to come on down, we're at 730 South Dubuque Street, and we'll be here for the rest of the night. Uptown Bill's we have lots of books down here. We have the television that we broadcast. We've had antique shops, vintage shops, and all kinds of activities going on down here. So tonight we are going to start open mic with Dave. So if you want to come on up.
Full service place. Take those knots out. It'll affect the sound.
Here's a protest song that I wrote. Don't give your money to the man. 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 He'll chop it down, he'll burn it up. He'll rape, he'll maim, he'll plunder. If you give your money to him, he'll put us all under the ground. Don't give your money to the man. 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 He won't feed you, he'll bleed you. He won't help you, he'll scalp you. He won't please you, he'll tease you. He won't love you, he'll shove you into your grave. Don't give your money to the man. 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 Thanks. Here's another original one. It's kind of about Iowa City. I don't need a mountain to proclaim my love. I don't need a mountain to touch the stars above. In a deep, dark basement on the prairie so low, Jah love will find us wherever we may go. I don't need a golden trumpet to play a golden song. I don't need a golden trumpet to play all night long. In a deep, dark basement on the prairie so low, Jah love will find us wherever we may go. I don't need a mountain to see the sun shine. I don't need a mountain, just the good people so fine. In a deep, dark basement on the prairie so low, Jah love will find us wherever we may go, go, go. Thanks. I have one more. Miniwachoni, that's Lakota, and it means water is life. Uchimakayo Haniapo Mini Wachoni Waka Yellow DAPL Lila Sicha Yellow Oyate Ble Chiapo Oyate Ble Chiapo Uchimakayo Haniapo Mini Wachoni Waka Yellow DAPL Lila Sicha Yellow Oyate Ble Chiapo Oyate Ble Chiapo
Thank you very much. Now, you've got a really interesting looking guitar here. Can you tell us something about it?
It's an ovation guitar,
Okay,
and it's kind of a combination of acoustic electric. It's
all right.
built in.
But it's got, the holes are funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
Bob Marley played one.
Yeah?
Melissa Etheridge plays one.
And it has the same kind of wood
Yeah, it's
finish on it?
Yeah.
All right. And then look at the, can you turn it over so people can see?
So it's kind of a rounded back.
Yeah, look at this back on this guitar.
It's a plastic type back and with wood on the front.
Have you always played this style or,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
all right?
Yeah, this is a newer one, but I had an older one.
And when did you start playing?
Let's see, I don't know,
I mean, how old were you maybe? Yeah,
probably, I was 28 when I started.
all right. And you're from, where are you from originally? From?
I'm originally from Arlington Heights, Illinois.
Okay.
I came to Iowa City as a freshman in 1983.
Uh-huh, and stayed.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Nice
Tom.
to have you. Hope you'll be back again.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Let me turn down a little sound so.
Yeah, turn that down.
Okay, you're safe now. Or the audience is safe. All right, thank you. Maya, maybe we should have the drawing giveaway, or giving away a couple cookbooks tonight. And good time to have a cookbook in your house these next week or two. You know this.
All right, so we're first giving away beans and rice, all the different ways to cook beans and rice. Super exciting. And that'll go to Debbie. And then the other one is Mexican food, 167 recipes. And Dennis.
Thank you. Helping us out tonight are Maya, who you just met, and Emily, who's behind the counter. Emily's back. Those of you who were here last week heard about her tale of woe, down to the final hours with the paper in the computer, and poof, it disappeared. So she had to write it again. We also got a new window this week. Those of you who were here last week or the week before, that was covered with wood, and we invited you to write messages on the window. And yesterday morning we got a new one, but as the new one was going in, the one next to it started cracking. So we'll probably have to get another one soon. There's a crack down at the bottom there. So PATV downstairs owns the building, and they were talking about some renovations, but it looks like they're happening on their own here without us, without any plan. So we're glad you're all here. We do this every Thursday. If you are interested in signing up for next week, there is a sign-up sheet on the side of the pop cooler. So you can sign up for your own 10-minute spot. Yes, we're going to do it, even though it's between Christmas and New Year's. Saturday, this coming Saturday, we have a couple of things to let you know about. One is called Dickens and Donuts. We're going to read a Christmas carol and eat donuts. And anyone is welcome to participate in the reading. There'll be all sorts of possibilities, you know, little tiny parts, longer parts, big parts, small parts. And then we're gonna bake some donuts here, and then you are welcome to bring donuts, you know, from your favorite donut shop if you wish, perfectly fine, or some kind of holiday treat that you're just looking to make, but you haven't found the audience for yet. Will be your audience. So that's at 3 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock, we have an early show, an early concert. You know, we have music every Saturday night, and this coming Saturday, the band is called Hot Tang. That's at 5 o'clock. A young, very energetic band, local indie pop band. So they write most of their own stuff. We've had them here for short bits before, but this is our first time with a full show in our place. And so we're really looking forward to that. So you could come at 3 o'clock and stay into the evening. Just cancel your other plans and tell the pets you'll be out. All right. Let's see. I have a little story. So I don't often have a chance to do anything. Usually we're pretty packed, but tonight we've had several people cancel due to weather. I don't know where you are, but ice was, or freezing rain was what we heard from the last two callers. So, all right. So for about 20 years, every year I wrote a holiday story. I didn't write a new one for this year, but they appeared various places. They appeared in the Press Citizen and the Gazette and in some community papers in Minneapolis where I used to live. So I picked one from that stack that I'd like to share with you tonight. And they all have something to do with the coffee house, Uptown Bill's, or in a previous life I was at Wild Bill's. And then there was teaching time in between. In fact, one of the places I was teaching was in the Cheyenne River community in Eagle Butte, South Dakota. So you made me nostalgic. I missed that. I came back to Iowa City, leaving South Dakota. I was teaching in Aberdeen and Eagle Butte and Sioux Falls. So this story's called Pick a Star, and imagine it's your lost friend. It had been a good night at the coffee house, good music, the kind which makes you glad to be a host on a local stage, the kind which makes you glad to have a hand in building community. Now the doors were closed and the lights were off except for the ones on stage. I was sitting on a chair on the stage. It was quiet. But then I thought I heard a knocking on the front door. Probably just imagining things, I thought. Or the wind is rattling the door again, or the window. But I heard it again. Clearly, someone was knocking. I went to the door and opened it. In popped a young woman. "Oh, thanks," she said. "It's so cold out there. I'm Peggy. I was going to come earlier, but I couldn't drag myself out of the house. I was so depressed. My friend Laura, she's your friend, you know, I think, said that I should come talk to you. So here I am. Say, do you have any coffee left? Wait, I hear you have really weird soda flavors like sweet corn and pumpkin pie." She went on like that for several minutes, throwing whole paragraphs at me like a character in a James Joyce novel. Then suddenly she stopped and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't said if I can come in or not, or if I can talk to you. May I? Can I?" I told her to come in and pointed to the stage. "I'm sitting up there. Why don't you join me?" I got a soda pop called S'mores and 2 glasses. She poured the pop and tried it. Weird, was her assessment. So what's up, I asked. First, she responded with more speed paragraphing from Northwest Iowa, younger brother, parents split, here in college, no place really to go for the holidays. She paused and then said, I'm here because I just lost one of my best friends, and it hurts, and it's lonely, and it's Christmas. Laura said you'd be good to talk to about this, but I don't know. You're old. I mean, you're a lot older than I am. You probably had the same friend since 3rd grade, and I'll bet your family isn't all screwed up like mine is. Well, I said, that's a lot to talk about. I think maybe I'll go make coffee. I'll be back in a bit. I walked into the kitchen and made the coffee and wondered just exactly what I was getting into. What took you so long, Peggy said when I came back. You were gone forever. I was about to put your face on a milk carton. I don't think I was gone that long, I said. Anyway, I'm back and you were telling me. Peggy resumed her story. She really wanted to go to her dad's house for Christmas, but she wasn't welcome anymore. Something about calling her stepmother a witch. And she didn't really know where her mom was. But all that was okay because she'd been planning to spend Christmas with Kathy. Kathy was her friend, her best friend. Did you ever have any best friends, she asked. She didn't wait for an answer. She hurtled right into the next paragraph. Now I'm just so sad, Peggy said. Kathy moved away last summer. We promised we'd stay in touch and get together at Christmas. But I haven't heard a word from her. Not a call, not a text, not an email, not even a letter. And then she took down her Facebook page. There was a pause. Then she said, and now it's Christmas, and it hurts so much. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anybody, and I certainly don't want to be part of any of that ho-ho-ho stuff. You want me to turn off the Christmas music? I asked. No, what you're playing is okay, Peggy said. Another few moments of silence. Then Peggy said, do you think I'm crazy? I mean, is there something wrong with me? The people at my work say I should just get over it, but I'm not going to. No, I don't think you're crazy, I said. You're sad. My friend Kate used to say that at times like these, we're in a slough of despond. A slough? Peggy said, I like that. So what do I do? I'm not sure. He actually caught me at a time when I'm missing one of my best friends, too. Was that Kate? Peggy said. Did she die? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that was rude. Well, yes, Kate was a good friend of mine, and yes, she died several years ago, and I do miss her. We worked together at community newspapers a long time ago. And then we each went out and started a newspaper of our own. But actually, I was thinking about somebody more recent. You meet a lot of people along the way in life. A number of them become your friends. A few, very few, become best friends. You get very close, you trust each other, you lean on each other. Best friends put little footprints on each other's heart. It's a best friend like that I'm missing this Christmas. One who, like yours, seems to have vanished. Same as you, not a call, not an email, not a text. And yes, took down the Facebook page too. And I thought we were very close. So I guess I know a little something about what you're talking about. So what do we do? Peggy asked. Can we make this hurt go away? At least not hurt so much? Probably not, I said. That's the thing about best friends. We want them to be with us in the good times, and especially at the holidays. When they're not, well... Anyway, I don't think there's anything wrong with being sad. Ha, Peggy said. So we are wallowing in a sty of despond. I laughed. No, that would be a slough of despond, I said. Okay, a slough, but why does it hurt so much? I don't know for sure, but I think it has something to do with not being able to say goodbye. We imagine that when people leave, we'll be able to say goodbye to them, like at the end of that story of Stuart Little. But the truth is, you don't get to say goodbye a lot of the time, perhaps most of the time. And then you're left with a sack full of memories and a whole lot of doubts and questions like, what did I do? And the more you cared about that friend, the harder it is. Someone once told me that losing a best friend is like a cheese grater being dragged across your heart. You're not helping at all, Peggy said. Now I'm feeling worse. But if you got any cookies, that might help temporarily. Okay. Have a cookie. Have 2 cookies, I said. Then let me read you a story. It's one of the ways I have soothed the sadness inside me. Then I read her a children's book called I Miss You Every Day by Sims Tabak. It's the story of Emily Ann, whose best friend has moved away. She misses her friend so much that she decides she must go and see her. So she decides to send herself by mail to her friend. Nice story, Peggy said. That helps a little. Wish I could do that. Wish you could do that too. But neither of us has the address of our lost friend. Hey, she said, I have an idea. What if we told each other stories about our best friend? I think I'd feel better if I could tell a few stories, and hear a few from you too. So we told stories of road trips with our friends, stories of visits to art galleries and museums, stories of shared concerts and favorite restaurants. Hey, what was the best movie you and your friend saw together, I asked. Julie and Julia, Peggy said. No kidding. I would have thought that film was for someone old like me. It was really good, she responded, especially the dialogue. We repeated lines from that show over and over. How about you? I don't know, I said, if this was the best film, but it was certainly the one that sparked the best conversation I've ever had about a film. Are you going to tell me the name, or do I have to guess? Twilight. You must be kidding, she said. Twilight? You? I'm surprised you even went to see it. So what did you talk about? Feminism, I said. In fact, it was the best discussion about feminism I've had since I went to see Gloria Steinem with two friends about 10 years ago. Twilight? Feminism? She said, you really are weird. But I know what you mean about great conversations like the ones that go on nearly all night, ones you never wished would come to an end. Again, we both fell silent for a few minutes. I broke the silence this time. I had this friend with a funny name, I said, Gisela Kanapka. She was very wise. Some years ago, when I lost a friend, she said, you loved this friend very much, didn't you? Can you love this friend enough to let this friend go? At first, I didn't like what she said. In fact, I wanted to tell her she wasn't helping at all. That sounds familiar, Peggy said. But slowly, very slowly, I realized what she was telling me. Friends are gifts. Best friends are great gifts. And even if our best friends are gone forever, they left us this gift behind. They left us memories like the stories we've been telling each other. They left us moments of great joy and probably a few moments of sadness too. They loved us, and that changed us. I know that's not much to go on, and I still hope your friend gets back in touch, and mine too. You know, like in a movie or something, we each get a text tonight from our friend that begins, Mary, Mary, or something. And then we text back and forth until our fingers are tired. That's not very realistic, Peggy said. You're beginning to sound like that Pollyanna girl. Are you her brother, Polly Tom? He got me there, I replied. But it's okay to hope, and in the meantime, we can still carry this friend with us in our heart. Do you know those lines from that E.E. Cummings poem, I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart? Hey, yes, Peggy said. My friend and I quoted that all the time. My friend and I did too, I said. I feel a little better, she said, getting up to go. Good, and you're welcome to come back tomorrow and help serve Christmas dinner here at the coffee house. Thank you, said Peggy. I'll be there. One more thing, I said. Look up in the sky tonight and pick out a star. Name that star for your friend. And imagine night after night that that star is your lost friend following you home. Does that help, Peggy asked. It's helped me, I said, and it would be even better if I knew someone else was doing the same thing. Okay, Peggy said. She got on her bike, shouted Merry Christmas, and rode off into the night. Thank you. Now I believe we have a trio coming up of voices. And let's see if we can get them. Do you need this first or? Sure. You will be on, so.
like that, yeah. Yeah. Are you not going to plug in?
No, I'm not going to plug in.
She doesn't want to be plugged in, I guess. You sure? You don't want? You sure? Okay.
Positive. Positive. Hello. Come closer. Come closer. Okay.
Well, my name is Lynn, and this is Susan, and this is Celia.
Hello.
And the first song we're going to sing is by two Swedish sisters. And they're called First Aid Kit. And they wrote a song as a homage to their favorite singers as they were growing up. They're pretty young, but their parents played a lot of this music. Emmylou Harris, Johnny Cash, June Carter, and Graham Parsons. And this song is called Emmylou. All the bitter winds are coming in, and I'm already missing the summer.
Stockholm's cold, but I've been told I was born to endure this kind of weather.
When it's you I find like a ghost in my mind, I am defeated and I gladly wear the crown. I am your Emmylou and I'll be your June if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you, just sing, little darling, sing with me. Not so much I know that things just don't grow if you don't bless them with your patience.
I've been here before. I've held up the door for every stranger with a promise.
But I'm holding back, that's the strength that I lack. Every morning keeps me returning to my window, and it brings me to you, and it just won't pass through. But I'm not asking for a storm. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your June if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. And yes, I might have lied to you. You wouldn't benefit from knowing the truth. I was frightened, but I held fast. I need you now at long last. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your June if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your June if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Thank you.
Okay. Let's do that.
So our next song was written by four people in the Family Folk Machine. All three of us sing in the choir group Family Folk Machine, and four of us, myself included, wrote a song called The Single Tree, and so this is our next song.
I've waded rivers, climbed the rocks. I've sought the clouds, envied the sky, picked prairie flowers and wore a crown. But the single tree caught my eye. But it was a single tree caught my eye. My spring tree is tender and new, watching, sharing, young and alive. Humble leaves and branches few, inferior now but soon to thrive. I gain fresh knowledge from her heart, day and night a work of art. My summer tree is green and lush. I yearn to climb her branches still. In dappled shade are treasures found, majestic, timeless, and unknown. Life depends on her pure, clean air. Brave, deep branch out in nature's pride. I've waded rivers, climbed the rocks. caught my eye. Whether encased in ice or glowing gold, unfurling anew, leaving behind the cold. I love my tree, my forest, my earth, in all their glory, from death to birth.
That's a nice song. That is a nice song. The whole life of a tree just laid out before us. Okay. So we had a song, Water is Life. And now we've got another water song. Same things going on in our heads. This one's a little different. It's in English, but this is about the different forms of water that you may be familiar with in your time, in your life, whether it's a lake or a stream, or we tried to get them all in here. And this is called Water is Our Ancient Song.
10,000 lakes and an old farm pond, the creek that runs down behind the barn. Mighty rivers fall to the rocks below, the ocean tide and undertow.
Birch canoe sliding through the reeds, blue heron fishing among the weeds, bright reflections beneath the moon, the haunting cry of the common loon.
These are the waters that I hold dear, blue, green, brown, or clear. Water is our ancient song, giving life to everyone.
On a northern plain, livestock suffer when there's no rain. Winter came and there was no snow. Where did the plenty of water go? Wash the car, soak the grass. We didn't think it wouldn't last. Will our children pay the price? With rising oceans and melting ice.
These are the waters that I hold dear, blue, green, brown, or clear. Water is our ancient song, giving life to everyone. But what on earth have we done? What if the water were gone?
10,000 lakes and an old farm pond,
The creek that runs down behind the barn. Mighty rivers fall to the rocks below, the ocean tide and undertow. These are the waters that I hold dear, blue, green, brown, or clear. Water is our ancient song, giving life to everyone, giving life to
Thank you.
And now it's your turn to sing with us, and you're going to know the song, I'm pretty sure.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bell rang. Snowing and blowing a bushel of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle and a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock. All right.
Thank you, and have a holiday worth remembering or writing a story about.
Thank you so much. We hope you'll be back another time. You don't have to wait till next Christmas for that. Let's see. Emily has the responses to the audience question, so we'll invite her up to share our musings.
Right, so the question tonight was, what food would you like to be? Sandy would like to be a Salisbury because it is their favorite. Lobster. A catfish. Chicken because I'm finger looking good. Banana. Hot fudge sundae. I would like to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I would really like to be, because if I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me. Next, we have a piece of pizza, pasta Alfredo, and a strawberry sweet. Those are the answers for tonight.
As Emily said earlier, we're named for Bill Sachter. And Bill, you can see his pictures all around here, has quite a beard. And at some point, after he moved to Iowa City, the other folks in Wild Bill's coffee shop thought he would make a good Santa Claus. And a suit appeared, and he started wearing it. Now, Bill didn't just wear it, like for official Santa appearances. He grew to wear it for the entire month of December. So imagine you're on the bus, the mall bus. He rode the mall bus into campus, and there's this guy ho-ho-hoing and playing his harmonica every morning on his way in, and he just loved the role. Now, it was a little bit incongruous because Bill was Jewish, but the rabbi always assured him it was okay, that just to remember that he was Jewish. One time, he also made guest appearances other places. One time he went up to Luther College as Santa. He was Santa-like for the whole day. And the people who took him along had promised Bill that they would stop for a little treat on the way home. So it's close to Christmas, and it's a weeknight, and it's Decorah, and it's like 11 o'clock, and there isn't a heck of a lot open. So they finally found this little bar, and they went in. And one of the people who was with Bill said, I couldn't figure out, people were all staring at us like, something strange was going on. And I didn't see anything that was really strange. And then as they walked out, the other people in the bar all said, "Good night, Santa." Bill still had his suit on. So let's see, Emily's got she's been looking at a little book on, I guess you'd say, excuses related to school. Well, she'll tell you more. All right.
Right, so this is from the book, If You're Not Here, Please Raise Your Hand, Poems About School. The first one we have is called Budging Lineups. Brenda pushed in front of Ted. Then Greg budged in ahead of Fred. Jackie yelled, "You're in my way. Why do you do this every day?" Then Jennifer cried that Joe budged in to stand near his friend Benjamin. Sally shoved with all her might to get to walk near Darlene Bright. Susie let out one big cry as she hit Patrick in the eye. "He budged in again today. I warned him about this yesterday." Rosa stepped on Arnold's feet. He let out a piercing shriek. "My toe is broken right in two. What a rotten thing to do." Miss Finch sadly shook her head, wishing she had stayed in bed. The next one we have is called Shakespeare's Gone. A book fell out the window in reading class today. John happened to see it fall and yelled out in dismay, "Shakespeare's gone! Shakespeare's gone! He's fallen off the shelf. I know it's true, I really do. I saw him fall myself." "Shakespeare's gone," the others yelled. John saw him slipping out. "He must be lying on the ground, of that there is no doubt." Then Matthew jumped up from his chair and yelled out, "I'll volunteer to run outside and get him and bring him back in here." 10 minutes of commotion passed before the book was found. Shakespeare was back on the shelf when Dr. Seuss fell down. One more here. I left my book in Hawaii. I left my book in Hawaii on a beach in the sand somewhere. I was supposed to practice my spelling, but I just couldn't concentrate there. The oceans whispered, "Come surfing." The beaches beckoned, "Come play." I found the sound of their voices, and I threw my spelling away. For a week I rode the free winds as I surfed a wide blue sea, and the sound of the ocean breathing became a part of me. I'm sorry, Miss Jones, I forgot it. On a beach in the sand somewhere. How I wish that the book was remembered and I'd been forgotten there.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for tonight. We hope the people who weren't able to come and perform tonight will all show up next week when we do this again. Next Thursday night, starting at 7. And if you are interested, we're having a wheelchair crash over here. If you are interested in signing up, the sign-up sheet is over on beside the pop cooler. Thank you all for coming. It works best when we have both an audience and performers. Tonight was a success, and we hope to see you again soon. Have a nice evening.
dum